You know, Fetty Wap apparently broke some records. Like he has like 4 songs in the top 100 or something crazy like that. So I'll quote something. It says, Fetty Wap's record breaking. Only 8 other, I think, songs have been posted. 4 concurrent top 10s, but none have done so with their 4 charting tracks. Number 2 is Trap Queen. Number 3 is My Way, and I think number 4 is 679. So I don't really, I don't know what you think about that. I'm like okay with it,
Well,
whatever.
I think that this speaks to the changes of the modern music age, because in order for the charts to stay relevant, they had to incorporate streaming into the numbers and into the the certifications like gold and platinum, because now like when you get enough streams to equal the cost of like an album sale, something like $7 worth of streams, that counts towards as the sale of an album, which is helping out a lot of acts like J. Cole, who was able to go platinum due to, in large part, to his large streaming numbers, right? You have Drake having all of his songs on his most recent project, If You're Reading This It's Too Late, charting because of the strong online streaming numbers that he was getting. So I think that what we're seeing here is because Fetty Wap had so much momentum and there's so little to like challenge him. When he dropped the full album and the album was available for stream at one moment, what we were able to see is all of the singles which he had pushed before basically pushed to the top of the charts at the same time, whereas in the past you had to literally release singles one at a time. So your first single would come out, and as it was fading off the charts, you put out the second single and waited for it to fade, and you put out the third. So usually, unless you're like Michael Jackson or something, by the time your later singles were gonna come onto the charts or attempt to get onto the charts, because you don't know if it's gonna actually make it onto there, right? You're already losing the steam of your previous singles. So I think it's more indicative of the new era and new metrics of music than
and also the new
Fetty Wap.
accessibility of music as well.
Yeah.
Versus back then. Okay.
Yeah, versus
so
Fetty
like
Wap.
just a quick thing I want to add. I agree with everything you said. That's why we talked about it, and I really wanted you to put it on because I more look at this as like something, putting out views for people to really hear something very different, because when we go on, you hear a lot of stuff where it's just like generic when people talk about hip hop too. It's just really like a bland, stereotypical, talk all the time. So I don't think anybody really explains why, stuff like that. So I thought that was really cool. My thing to add on to that is also why is Fetty Wap even topped out like that, and I really think that's to other forces other than Fetty being great or anything like that. Some people debate whether Fetty's great. I think it's because right now Fetty Wap is so melodic, and Fetty Wap's like better than Young Thug. He's like what everybody liked about Young Thug, but just better.
Yeah.
And Fetty Wap is interesting. He has one eye, and I think it's like kind of like when 50 Cent got shot. It's like that mystique about like, oh, there's something different, and that gave him an extra buzz, and it made him like unique. And it's just the timing of it too, because when 50 Cent came out, we were looking at like people were soft, the industry, the game got whack. Like it wasn't real gangsters no more like that. All of that, like it was dying out. And then he came back and resurged, and everybody that had these stereotypical ideas of what that should be and how it should be like that gangster rap, that kind of thing, rode with it, and women loved it, And with Fetty, I think it's not the exact same, but I think some principles are carrying over in the fact that people are like in that fact that it's the sound is melodious, the timing of it is people want music that just they could just tune out to. They don't really need to think too much. It's just like like just goes out. It's good. you know, because it should be commercially acceptable. And he really appeals to the women with these songs. And he's interesting compared to the other rappers that all look alike because his disability actually sets him apart. And I think that all those things came together. And as he started getting momentum, people were like, oh, who's Fetty Wap? And they were sharing it. You know, check that dude out and this and this and that. And I think it just blew out. That's my thing on it. Hi, this is RJ Knight from Youauthorus.com. Thanks for listening to this segment of Music Talks. If you want to hear the full podcast, please click the link below and follow. Also, there's many more topics you can listen to, so please click on to the site or on our channel and find out. Also, click any links that you see in the videos. They should help direct you to any videos that you might want to hear and see. Thanks a lot. You're welcome. And we're always looking for more comments and